everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video, start harvest 2024. We'll pick up where we left off. First check of the harvest is kick back the straw. Need to look for grain. Check the straw just to see. Seems alright. That straw is not going to bale because you can see it's just a bit green of itself. We'll probably bale it Sunday. So everything looks fine. So here's the crop at hand. So we'll see what the moisture is like when he gets going. There's a bit of grass there, which that's going to dam the baling of the straw. But it's not the thickest crop. When I was doing moisture testing earlier, I was grabbing a plant, you pull a plant, I was only getting one. The tillering wasn't over hectic on it. Right, come on bro, you can bring in trailer, me and Brendan go separate trailers. You take that oil can off the back of that, okay? Harvest 2024 has officially started. So we're just trying to disconnect the trailers here, which could be an art in itself. So first field we're moving into is 26 acres, and then we have 11 acres, and then we have, I don't know what's another bit. It's 40 acres here anyways, or about 45 acres. Just waiting on this trailer. No panic anyways, because we're only waiting for Father Phil to be combining and that. That's the first load off the field. 18% moisture, bang on the money. Now, there's probably no more drying in the rest of the evening, so it's only going to get higher. There's a clatter there. Father Phil wants me to check the motor turning up there that they fixed. Oh, moving. Haven't figured out. We got it figured out. I don't know what's wrong. Could be a dodgy button on it. But it was opened up full. So it's after slowing down there now. So I have it one now. So the whole idea is that comes down, catches the crop, and then just pushes it back as the knife cuts it, and then it all lays in flat in on the bed, and it goes in head first into the combine. That's the whole idea. And the straw that was cut there, well, it walks through the combine at the same forward speed and then lands back down there. That's the whole theory of the machine. That the machine works at the speed the forward rate is. As I always got told anyways, but seemed to be pretty well set. There's a good pile of straw, so it does seem to be anyways. So you're looking at the ground to see, can you see, and other than hulls, all I can see there is hulls. So what you're working on is, if you see head still attached to straw, you need to tighten the concave in the drum, which is what beats it. And then if you start to see grain on the ground, you need to open up the sieves and the frogs in the back to try and let more of the grain down and go through the combine. And they're the parameters that you'll kind of look at to set it. And I remember when I said in the last video that the old combine used to tell you what the settings were for each crop. That combine also has it, even though it's a basic fucking screen, it still tells you, because I was able to look up what the settings are for sunflowers, so we'll know what to do when we go cutting sunflowers. Grass is a bit of a nuisance, and it's going to leave the straw a bit rare into it, but hey, we're cutting. It's 18%. Happy day. There's the first trailer load of grain. 2 rounds of the field to the trailer. 18% moisture, so that we'll put tower in when we get a couple of trailer load in just to blow air through it, but that should keep it. It won't need drying, and that's what we're after, because our grain dryer isn't up yet. We are currently at the stage of the foundations in and nothing else. So yeah, they're well behind on that one. So if we can get away for the first week, 2 weeks nearly, without having to dry grain, so best. That's the site you want to see. Harvest 2024. Right bro, bring that into the yard, okay? I'll show you what me and Nelly were doing. It's great crack. What's this? Hey, you take the hands off me. What's this? she doesn't bring them back, she just chases it. You go with her, son? What's this, Nelly? What's this? Oh. And fire. Oh, she found it. Come on, Nelly. It was a good girl. It was a good girl. She'll never bring it all the way back. She wants a new stone. Isn't that it? You always want a new stone. Third unloading of the combine. So, I never understand why we never, or I mean so rarely, ever unload on the boat. Like it never seems to be a thing. I never understand why. That was never something that was done. Probably here in a minute. But yeah. It really is a one-man bandwagon to draw away grain when you have two trailers when you get going. So me and Nelly and Bro are not doing a whole lot except for enjoying the views. So the traditional harvest tea, lock of sandwiches and some fruit.
Do you want a cup when I'm pouring?
Big red cup. That is the second trailer filled. So that's us finished for this evening. So we're at 17% moisture there now, which we could keep cutting, but the straw, because it's just that the straw is that bit green of itself, and the bit of grass is under it, it's just struggling to put it through the combine. It's kind of wrapping around the auger and intake, and that's just, it's just damp. The straw is damp, but the grain is fine, so we'll have to call it quits at that. But it's a good start. Phil says there's some parts of the field are really good and some parts of the field are just middling now. Just middling. We'll be on back to the yard, we'll figure out which shed we're going to put this in, and yeah, we'll pick it up again in the morning. Nice pile. So we'll go way off the trailer now, so went into town, weighed, back in, way off, then have a wait for what the trailer is. My bro on the road there, he's gone in. And yeah, so this is the cattle shed, straw bedded shed, so we'll put sheets of plywood along here, along the barrier, and then the same the other side for the big square baler and the 7610 sprayer is fill both sides. We'll just have to get her off weight, just driving out of the co-op. Trailer load of barley. It wasn't a pack full, it wasn't pack full, but it was a full trailer. 7.6 ton. That's what was in it. Fatherfield wasn't too far off with his 8 ton. Be interesting to see now what's in Bro's load. He should be pushing 10 ton, I'd imagine. The Fatherfield has gone to do a bit of work there this morning. Just to be honest, I think we should be combining, but he has to get this other bit of work done, or it just has to get done. So yeah, but hopefully it won't take him more than 2 hours, and we'll be combining there before 11 o'clock, all going to plan. So I have to go back now. I'm going off baling, third cut. I have a right bit to bale, about 20 acres I think altogether. So that kind of takes me out of the equation for most of the day. Try and get the straw turned today if we can, just to really try and rear it out, and then bale it, ruffle it again tomorrow and bale it up. Come back to the house, drop off mowers, upon a baler, and we're baling away here. It's a pretty good leafy crop of stuff here now, but it's on the light side. Yes, doors open, plenty of air. It's actually not too bad. Summer sure makes a big difference. Been 8.5 kilometers an hour baling, so we shouldn't be too long getting through the acres. So applying powder as well. So we're getting good use out of the powder box now, and we're getting good use out. But we used a bit of silo thing on some of our own bales just to see what difference it would make. So be interested to see. Doesn't make much of a difference. I reckon about 3 hours I should get. As I was finished baling, so we got over in 2.5 hours, so that's quite good. It was light. Anyways, we're done now. Back to the yard, get some tea, drop baler, put on woofler, and do all that fun stuff. And start getting machinery up to the field. So we're just after getting some tea, but got some fun news. Brendan has a puncture on the 7618, so not on the trailer, on the tractor, ball and grain. So fun. So I'm going to take off the baler. I have to go up to him, take off the trailer, drive on, get the trailer brought home, back up, empty them back up, and yeah, he has to wait there then till our tyre man gets out as far as us and gets that puncture fixed, and Eric has to rally back up now in the 6270. So I told Eric to bring up the woofler with him and then take it off the 6270, then move the trailer. That means then the woofler is up there, so it saves him having to come when he goes up with the trailer to drop it to go back up. It's just safe. We're after picking up the Massey trailer off Brendan there. It just didn't film, so it's just he's not in a great spot where he's after busting the tyre, or to be honest, the tyre went flat. There doesn't seem to be like a hole or anything in it. Should get away with maybe a tube or patch of gator or something. It's not a total blowout, it's just the tyre went down. So yeah, but he's just not in a great spot. That would be the best way of putting it. Okay, on back to the yard, get this load tipped. So that's the load tipped. Now back up to the field. So just to give you an idea, when we weighed off our trailers this morning, I brought 7.6 ton in the 6270 and the Blue Marshall. Bro in the Triffid had 10 ton and 20 kilos on the nose. So that was 17.5, a bit more than 17.5 ton. 17.7 off what Father Phil reckoned was between 6 and 7 acres, what I reckon. So it's yielding somewhere between 2.5 to 2.9 ton. That's what the field is yielding. So it's alright. That's Father Phil's maths. And we're in the field now. Oh, so we're just in the wet end of the field. It's a bit rough, just everywhere. There's 24 meters in, there's where the sprayer comes in and turns. It's doo-doo. Trailer there is ready to rock, but I have a funny feeling the drawbar is in the ground by looking at. And I don't think I have a chain. There might be a chain in the sheet, but that definitely looks sunken into the ground. Lovely. Father Phil's getting on well. He'll have this done this evening, without a doubt. He'll be finished. We'll leave this just up here, I think. Oh. It's a right good bit of straw. So it is. It's a lot better than I thought we were going to be seeing. It's still damp. There's just that bit of grass and that bit of green straw. Like you can see the bit of grass in it. Actually, that's a bit of green straw. But just, yeah. I think bro's going for the waffler, so he might waffle it now. Yeah, a couple of hours basking in the sun. And yeah, we'll start baling tomorrow. Anyways, drop these off. See, can I find something under the drawbar? On we go. Me and bro are on the way back to the yard with the trailer. So another 7.6 ton of grain, roughly speaking. We're going to go back. Eric's going to give me a hand putting on the big square baler, and then both of us are going to drive up with the John Deere and the big square. We have customers up here want round bales, and then we want to make about 50 big squares to put into the shed here for ourselves as just that surplus storage in case we need them. It's just to have them here. We had them here last year, it wasn't too bad. You know, you bring 45 big squares on the load loader, so like 50 bales is basically one load or two small loads. You know, it's quite handy. It's just that extra bit of storage, and we know we have that surplus. Anyways, we're going to be on back and get that done. Bro's just out there to open and close the gate for me and do all that funny stuff. This is the last load we're going to get tipped in this side without shoving up. I've put some plywood along the barrier, but apart from that, the problem I have now is getting caught in the door. Now, that's that tipped. Now we get our balers on. Time for the big square to go on. It's the hardest thing about putting this on is the jaw is extended as like a top link ball to go into. You're not in the right hole. You don't have that drawbar in the right hole.
There's only one hole.
There's two holes.
Oh.
Jackass. I wonder why you can move it so much. And that is us hooked up, ready to rock. So we're going to bay on up to the field now. Pretty sure I have everything done. So bro's just putting diesel in the 6270. I have enough diesel to keep me on the straight and narrow for tomorrow. So I'll just navigate. So that is us for today. The camera had run out of memory card, so just after getting a bit deleted. Anyways, 2 balers in the shed. So Brendan has finally got puncture fixed. The crack came in the tire, which split the tube and let it down. He's gone out to pick up one trailer, drop it in the shed, pick up the other trailer, the Triffet, and bring it back to the yard with a tip it, put on the 2 trailers, bring them back up for morning, be able to cut. Me and bro will be baling tomorrow. All the customers that want straw tomorrow want rounds, so I'm only going to be making 50 square bales, and then I will be stopping because it's just 50 square bales to have in case we run tight on straw somewhere else. It's just I know there's 50 bales here. We'll pick it up in the morning. So we have the Triffet tipped, and we have our grain train ready to rock. So we have the blue on red. So on his fancy new hitch, I'm going to get dry set up to start waffling, and I bring down the full trailer that's up there. We fill with diesel, and we go get ready for another day's. So we're just on the way home with the Massey trailer, load of grain in it. So I had tried set up turning, but I got told to stop them because it hasn't dried enough yet. So in my mind, I think turning it will help it dry and dry it quicker, but I got told it like mix the dampness into it. So I don't know. Anyways, I have him stopped. So going back to the yard now to tip this trailer, bring it back up, and then we'll have 3 trailers up there. It's a pretty dull, overcast, pretty shit kind of a day. Just get it dry enough to bale anyways. We should be able to get cutting, but biggest issue we have now, we're cutting stuff that's just not going to be dry enough. We'll be able to hold it on air for, not indefinitely, but for a good while anyways. But the grain shed isn't up, the grain dryer isn't in. They just go as far as the foundations. We head back to the house. We'll tip this and we go back up and we see if they're going to dry up. See when we get baling. So we're back up in the field. That one doesn't fit in there. You put in a second hole. You put in the second hole.
Yeah.
Straw is ready to start baling, so just get him bro set up here to make a start. So he's going to do the baling. So we're not running the square baler today. So we're going to square bale what Father Phil has 2 cut, and bro's going to round bale the big field. We'll sell that and we'll keep that straw. So it means that I'll take off the square baler, so I have to go mowing the next day. So open this, you have a yoke to open it, 13 spanner. We just have to throw in a roll in net and then he's ready to rock and roll. This didn't bale any hay this year because there was, when I made one man we worked for got hay. So that was it. We basically no hay this year whatsoever. Last outing was at the straw last year. That's why we've kept the John Deere. It's just a smaller, handier baler for making round bales of straw for customers. It's lighter, easier on ground, and it means that we can be baling straw and baling silage. With the Fusion, we're not caught. There's no in it. Strike into the tractor. Turn on the monitor, press, extend. Just press it. Press it again. Always take out the net. So what you do then, you put dust in on the rubber roller. Pelba stick or talcum powder is another one. Reset it. Now hit retract. Show me the screen. Keep pressing it. Keep pressing it. That's it. Once that symbol goes back across, 0 your counter, you're ready to rock. Skip the first 2 swarts and start ups and downs. Okay?
Just do the ups and downs.
Yeah, but skip the first 2 that Troy has raked. They're the rounds of the field. Starting the next ones. Okay? So I checked what was cut that bit earlier. I'm going to probably stop Troy there. He can park into the shed. We'll need to leave the woofler here to try and dry the straw that's there. And if the straw that was cut yesterday isn't dry enough, then we'll have to leave that too. If you're wondering, loader on the tractor. Tractor belongs to George. The whole fleet is out and about. So 64A, if you're wondering, is away with the agitator, where we were agitating last. We'll be going back to that tomorrow. Tomorrow's wet. That's why we didn't pull it home everything is in use at the minute. Father Phil's going to try and get a bit cut. I'm going to move the baler, square baler. I just checked that this lad gets going and make sure everything works. He's dragging the ground with that pickup. Maybe not. Just check that he makes the first bale, see what it's like. So that net didn't go on, it wrapped around the roller. Lovely. Close your door. Net didn't go on, were you not watching? You can see.
Open the top thing. The top thing should be open. Oh.
Where did that go? Did it net?
It did.
It didn't. There's no sign of the net having gone in. That net never went in.
Leave the top door open.
That you can't leave it open because it needs to have the brake on such a small roll. Bail another one. No! Go over down the camera. Try and keep up with this gossip. Next bale just come out perfectly, no issues whatsoever. And it's a good hard bale. You know, you're not going to poke your hand into it. It's a nice bale. There's a bit of weight in it too, which is what you want to see. So, I'll be happy enough with that. Next bale. Once he pays attention, no. That'll have ripped the net. The bale doesn't come straight out, the net has ripped. And what the issue is with that is because the chamber is rusty, because it has to be brightened, which might take 10 or 20 bales. It'll be a bit, just won't flow, won't slide right. We're going alright. I have to get him to lift the pickup. The pickup is dragging. No, it's not bad. Just, that's the only thing. When they stick like that, it's a good bale, bit of weight in it. We should run out of net though soon. See, that bale just flew a bit nicer. I'm kind of at a total loss now because I am surplus to requirements for baling. So it's frustrating. It's the kind of the first outing with the big square. It's like kick down the road. It's a bit like the hay. It wasn't suitable, and I've done nothing with it this year. This year is the worst year for the big square baler. Which is usually what you'd say is your first year, and then every year after that's supposed to get better when you buy a new piece of equipment and you start picking up work. But this year, it's just nothing. Nothing to be done. At least last year there was a bit of hay weather at the start of the year. Nothing this year. That bale just flew, folded out of it. But yeah, it's a curse. Anyways, get this pickup lifted before this lad rakes up all the stones off the field. Right, bro. Waiting for that roll. Strip it. Take everything off it. Take off. No, bro. Take off them two straps first. Bro, there's a tab on them. Patiently waiting. Take off the plastic first.
Give me 5 seconds.
Someone's not happy. Bro, if you're ever stuck, the screen is on it here. It tells you it goes down, up, and in. Then slide it in. And then you grab it. And you pull it. Look. It tells you there what to do. Then you roll it back. You put down underneath that. You put your hand in here. You grab it. You pull it up the inside of the first roller. Give it another pull. Catch it in a loop. Get a bit of dust. Sprinkle the dust. Pull a loop like that. Grab the roller. Pull it through. And when you get into the cab, hit retract till that screen goes back. So if you start the baler now, that'll start horsing in the net. Here. And tidy up all your plastic and put back in the baler. That is how to do a John Deere.
What could be wrong?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just too high. There's too much green grain in it. So, Father Phil has stopped cutting. Coming in there at 23% that field. which is just too high. The grain dryer was in and working. Yeah, tip away, we get cut. But the problem is, it's not in, and it's not there. The forecast is just a bit of rain for tonight and tomorrow. You're only talking 3 mil. It's enough to stop you from cutting, but not enough to be panicking. And then it's dry after that. So like, it's not the end of the world. So I just have to check, see how far the Phil thinks of the straw, and then how far we keep going. Eric could be in the stuff that was done Friday. Yeah.
That's very good.
So, with a bit of luck, I'm trying again to keep the pickup up with the wheels down as far as they can go, but you can hear the stone still going into it. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to keep it up, but I don't think he's getting the memo.
Have you down as far as you can go?
Yeah. It won't go any lower. No. It gets heavier when you get to that end of the field.
Over there is great.
Yeah.
There's a bit there in the middle of fucking that.
Oh, that bit there with the big wet bit.
Aye, and a little bit up past the pole on the far side.
Aye. That's too wet. For the green is in it. Yeah, he's a waffle. But then look at this here. That's perfect. Yeah, it's just that lump there. Come here, Jess, and you check this yourself. See what you think. That there is perfect for baling. All that's wrong there is it's where the header was maybe a bit too low just in that section. But all this. Well, that's perfect. I think Troy is just finished there now. But that's perfect.
I think so. There's just an odd.
Just a curse. Today they blew up like yesterday. We were laughing. Yesterday that field was coming in at 19. Today it's just not as nice a day. I think that's someone for straw now. So, but yeah, no, that's 100%. See what the crack is in a few minutes. So we're just walking across just to see, because we knew you have stuff that's cut 3 days today. You have stuff that was cut yesterday.
Early yesterday. Yeah.
And once you get from here on, the crop gets substantially heavier, and that straw is just that bit damper. And the next row is, it's not that, it's a coldness is what you call it. And from the next row on, it starts getting white. So bale that bit back to what he's done. So it'll be about 1/5 of the field. About 30 or 40 bales, I'd say. Yeah. So it does seem like a little bit of a waste to have turned the straw, but
there's no harm.
It's what
the straw that the combine drives on.
Yeah.
Up. That's the work.
Like it's just one of them things you don't know till you try. If you don't try, you never get on. So you finding the start of it, combine running all right.
Combine's going good bar that belt issue. I think I haven't solved it. We hit one washer.
And that was enough to tension.
Hasn't slipped, but
and the reeler got the right speed now.
That's all working well. Everything's fine. It's just that field wasn't as right as this field.
Yeah.
It never was.
I think we're going to leave it at that for today's video. We'll be back here after we cut our silage Tuesday or Wednesday, and then we'll hopefully get this finished up, and we'll be rolling straight on then to the next bit. Should be ready to be done with a bit of luck. If you enjoyed today's video, the start of harvest, the start of it all, 200 acres to cut. Now we're about 12 or 13% of a cut there now, but yeah.
Yeah, about 12%.
It's all down to what the weather does. Anyways, hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know how everyone is faring out for the harvest, what our yields was, everything. Reckoning this is about 2.5 to 2.7 ton. Reckoning that field out there is doing 2.9, possibly 3 ton, just that bit heavier. And that's just roughly guessing on what we weighed the trailers at and how many trailers there was and how many acres there is. So that's the maths. So anyways, let me know how everyone else is faring out with harvest. The joys, hopefully next year or this winter we'll get winter stuff in. The plan will be the field the combine is in now ploughed, and winter wheat or winter barley into it is the plan. But anyways, that's the crack. So anyways, let me know how everyone's getting on. That's it from me. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That's it from me and Nelly, isn't it, Nelly? That's it from us. That's it from us. Good luck.